everyone and welcome back to Becoming a Polyglot. It's been a while, but I'm so grateful for you to be clicking on this video. Thank you so much. This video is a really exciting one because I finally got to see my HSK1 exam scores. I had to wait for 4 weeks until the exam results were published, and last Monday was finally the day to check my results. But first of all, I wanted to start off with something else, and that is that I've got a lot of questions in regards to which resources I was using to prep for the HSK1 test. Of course, you can see in the study with me videos which books I was using, but still a lot of questions popped up on my Instagram, and therefore I wanted to briefly go through the books with you. First of all, starting with this book, which I initially bought as a joke in Amsterdam because I wasn't trying to learn any Chinese at all, but it ended up being a lifesaver. It's also called How to Learn Chinese Without Even Trying. What I like about this book is that each chapter has a little story as well, along with new vocabulary, and at the end of each chapter they have a little story or conversation using the vocab that you just learned about. The book is made out of different building blocks in regards to the topic that they're talking about, and they also have practice sentences which I then written down. They start pretty easily, but it ended up being quite difficult as well, with longer conversations and more difficult characters to recognize and to learn. Initially I thought this was just for preparing for the HSK1 test, but I found out that there are some more advanced vocab in here as well, like for the HSK2 test. So this book has definitely helped me out a lot and will also help me out in regards to the next test. You are familiar with this book by now because you've seen it probably in every video, and yeah, I'm a fan. I have to admit that sometimes I just didn't feel like it, all these pages and all these characters, having to write them down. Yeah, so I didn't always feel like it, but after all, it is a lifesaver for the HSK1 test, and therefore I bought the second one as well, because surprise, I am learning for HSK2 as well. I'm taking the test on the 11th of September, so in roughly 1.5 months I'm taking the HSK2 test. So this book will help me out a lot, as I know the first one did as well. So with these resources, I've written everything down in my notebook. This is just my Chinese notebook, only for Chinese characters, and for some of the LTL Mandarin classes I did, or Italki classes, I've written down everything in here. What I also tried to do is write down these little stories after revising some vocab or after talking about a certain topic. Then I tried to write down what I knew by then and see whether I was able to make a sentence already. So that's what I did as well, and now I can see really progress from only knowing how to say my name is to full conversations about the weather. So that's really nice to see, and I'm definitely going to keep on working in this notebook because it's not halfway done. And yeah, there was one book that I bought, this one, which I thought would help me out a lot, but it actually did not really help out. I do think that this book is really great, and it's fun to read and to look at all the pictures, but to learn for an HSK test, I wouldn't really recommend it. However, when I had difficulties with certain characters, then I would look them up in this book. Because what this book does is highlight a character and its meaning and why it is written the way it is, and that helped me remember the vocab that I forgot all the time. So therefore this book is handy, but I wouldn't solely rely on this book only. So that's what I wanted to share as well. Nevertheless, if you're just having fun with learning Mandarin, or just want to sit in the garden and have something to read about the culture as well, because this book is full of stories as well, then I would highly recommend it. But it's not really an easy book to go through in regards to different vocab for the HSK test. Also because it's not mentioned anywhere in the book. But other than that, It's great for remembering certain characters. But of course, I want to share with you my HSK1 results. So there we go. Alright, I'm going to check the score information. Let's go. I've got 200 out of the possible 200 points. I've got all the points. I've made no mistake at all. Oh my god. There we go, 200 points. I'm going to take a look at the analysis, see what happens then. Okay, so the average amount of points that people receive for the HSK1 test is 152.37, and I've got the 200 points. Oh my god, yeah, there's not really much to see. I'm gonna show you. So this is what it looks like. Here you can see my points and then the average score, and then I gather that this blue one is the average one and the red one is me. I mean, honestly, if you've seen the HSK1 little vlog that I made when I went to Amsterdam, I was really nervous and of course a bit scared, but I did feel quite confident towards the end. And when I did the test, when it was finally over, I thought like, oh well, I must have made it. So I wasn't really nervous to see whether I failed or not, but just this score is not what I expected at all. I mean, there must be at least one thing that you've done wrong, or that you misread, or that you just did. I mean, I don't know, answering a question way too fast. My god. Okay, 200 points, there we go. I'm really happy. 200 out of the 200 possible points. I still can't believe it. And this was filmed 3 days ago, so but yeah, I am super happy. I feel confident for the HSK2 test as well. I'm going to study, I'm going to take you with me, of course. And yeah, thank you so much for following me along, because I honestly appreciate your comments and your messages on Instagram so incredibly much. I really wanted to share my excitement with you guys, and the fact that I passed this exam. So thank you all for watching this video, and I hope to see you very soon again. Alright, goodbye.